All right, so, Snow, we're back again. That was a short break. Seems like we just got done one of these.
We're doing a twofer.
Doing twofer. Yeah.
Don't lie to our audience. We're doing one so we can put one out later.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do that in this biz.
Well, I know, and we're doing twice the work because all the other shows are usually off until, next week.
Oh, all the comedy, like all the professional shows with like the team of writers and everything, they're all gone.
We're professional.
What?
We're professional. We don't make
No,
money.
we're not. We're not professionals. We're amateurs.
Well, we make a little money.
Like there's pros and then there's amateurs.
We make a few cents here and there.
Like technically aren't Olympic athletes amateurs until they go pro? So there. I'm not saying that we're bad.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we're bad. Just saying. There are people who are better than us.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we can't live our dream to be MTV VJs because MTV officially died.
Today?
A couple days ago. MTV is no more.
Well, you know what? It serves y'all right for going against your original formula of playing
music
videos. I bet you anything, and we can never tell, but I bet you anything if they were still making videos of music today, you would still have young kids sitting around watching MTV so they could see videos, because that's what I used to do when I was a teenager. Like, you'd still be in the world premieres. Oh my God, the world premiere. It's the world premiere.
Then they'd play it on top of the hour every hour. Remember sitting there for hours just waiting for your favorite?
Oh my God. Oh, I was there. Every fucking Tom Petty world premiere video. It's the world premiere video of Mary Jane's Last Dance. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah.
They ended how they came in with Video Killed the Radio Star.
Video. I love that song though. That song's on one of my mixes that I listen to because it's so true though.
Yeah. So, yeah, the other episode we had to address what was going on in the world over the last 24 hours.
Wait, what killed the video star then? If video killed the radio star. Streaming killed the video star. But there's still videos.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What was
AI?
What was it?
AI killed the video star.
What was that? Ridiculousness. Ridiculous killed the video star. Because they used to play that dumb show all day long.
Oh, God. Everybody got sick of Rob Dyrdek.
And all the fucking dating shows and whatever junk that they were putting on.
They tried.
Yeah, we'll start with the real world.
They tried too hard. They tried too hard. You know what?
Although
if they would have...
We can't bag on the real world because that led to one of the greatest Chappelle sketches ever. I had our friend Kristen Finnegan on it.
I thought you were going to make a sarcastic joke here and say,
no, I was
that led to a congressperson.
Oh, it did. It did lead to a
that fucking Sean, the log jammer guy or whatever, the lumberjack dude that became a congressperson.
Yeah,
that married the other reality chick, Rachel.
Yeah, can we talk about how fucking...
And they have 9 kids. Can you believe they have fucking 9 kids?
Fucking reality TV really fucked things up. The Osbournes were the only ones who got reality TV right.
Well, I will agree with you. There were some reality shows that I liked, but I have been off of reality TV for... I dipped into all of them, you're like, okay, that was a new one, so you gotta watch it for 2 minutes. Yeah, I watched the Kardashians for 2 minutes, and then I was like, this is lame. It was like a they're kind of like the way Kingman people are with like a new store or restaurant.
Oh yeah, but Russia's
They like it at first, and then they're like, "Oh, this is stupid. Like I can just do other things with my time." So it's kind of like that. But like for the past maybe like I don't know 10, 15 years, somewhere in there, I'm like, who needs reality TV when we have our government? Like, seriously, who needs, like, our government behaves like reality TV. So you don't even need reality TV because this is scarier. This is real life. And this is
So when do you think like reality TV ended? Like 5 years ago? Like the big ones?
officially died, but it keeps going on.
No, the joke is that's when Reality Redemption started. We took over the best reality.
No. Okay. I wouldn't go so far as to say that.
All right.
We just like to bitch about things that are irritating to us, right?
But now this is the second episode of the new year, let's talk about some of the good things about 2025, because there was some good things.
Yeah.
Okay?
There were.
Yeah. Okay. We'll start off with the people who stood up and protested, the No Kings protest.
No Kings! That was awesome.
Yeah. One of your favorite things to do. Snow loves protesting more than she loves doing the show.
I do. I do. I'm not going to lie. I love being out there. I do love it. I will say that, yes, 2025 was a very, very good year for protesting.
For protesting,
oh
yes.
My God, it was.
Yes.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah.
I hope 2026. When is our next protest going to be? Because I feel like we haven't had one in a while.
No, because now we have to come up with an anti-war protest.
No war? Peace? No war?
Yeah.
Like, it's easy. We just steal shit from the 60s, y'all.
Yeah.
This is not hard.
Oh my God, I got your next costume. You can go like a flower child.
Oh my God, I already have the dress. I do.
Okay.
I do. Because I one year, my boyfriend, like, I had a great couple's costume picked out, and this idiot was like, no, we're going to go as Forrest and Jenny. So I do have a Jenny costume. Jenny. Yes.
All right.
And she was like an anti-war person, right?
Okay. Yeah. I think we need to organize something. I need to look. I'm surprised there's nothing organized, but somehow I'm drawn into that whole thing with trying to get these protests organized now. As much as the LA wildfires, which happened about a year ago, fucking sucked. There was good stories about that, and it was good to see like a lot of people rallied around the residents of Pacific Palisades and the humanitarian efforts, not only for the people but for the animals and stuff like that, were affected by the wildfires. Bruce Springsteen, obviously my favorite, one of yours too. Not as high as Tom Petty, but you know, he's right up there. But Springsteen had a good year. He released several compilation albums of past work. He had his movie Delivery from Nowhere out. What did you think about that movie? He didn't really give me a review.
I liked the movie overall. I felt like it was only in like a concentrated part of his life. He's the fucking boss, though. I mean, how do you, like, you're making a movie about the boss? Like,
yeah, but it was supposed to be that specific time where he was struggling with his newfound fame and trying to put out the music that he wanted to put up with while also dealing with his demons at the same time.
Okay,
so it was based off a book about that specific period of time.
It was a little slow moving at times. I'm just saying, like, it could have been like, I don't know. Remember when you watched like the Johnny Cash movie? Like, that was fucking amazing. It was about his fucking life. Like, it was, like, I don't know about doing the thing just about a certain timepiece.
Or the Elvis movie, which was also really good.
Yeah, you need to do it about the person's life. I don't know.
But the Bob Dylan movie was about a very specific time in Bob Dylan's life.
And I kind of feel the same way about that one. I'm like, you could have... Bob Dylan is such a fucking fantastic fucking artist. Like, very prolific. You could have done more with that. You could have... And the other guy, he's called the boss. Okay? What the fuck? Okay, don't get me wrong. I thought they were still good movies. I thought the actors were still great actors. I thought the guy that played Bruce did a fantastic job of playing Bruce. Some of the times I thought that it was him singing. Some of the times I thought it was actually Bruce singing. I mean, I kept going back and forth. So I was like, well, sometimes he sounds a little more Brucey and sometimes he sounds a little more, what's his name? Jeremy?
Jeremy Helen.
Okay. Yeah, he sounds a little more Jeremy and, you know.
He nailed Bruce's voice, though, and his mannerisms.
No, I'm not, and I'm not saying that he wasn't great. I'm just saying the story itself, probably my favorite part of the movie was when he actually sang Born in the USA in the studio so that you could hear the words of it and then you could realize that that's not a patriotic song. I thought that was a very important part in that movie because people have gotten that song wrong all these years. And I think that's always irritated Bruce Springsteen. I don't know because I'm not Bruce Springsteen, but I think it's always kind of irritated him because he's like, this is not the way people perceive this. That's got to irritate you as an artist. If you put a song out, okay.
And people misinterpret it.
You put a song out and people are out there chanting it. They love the fuck out of the song, but they got it all wrong. Like, that's got to be irritating as an artist to you.
All you're hearing is Born in USA.
It's got to be so fucking irritating that when you play your Kansas City show in 2023, you refuse to even play it at the fucking show. It's got to be that irritating because that's what happened.
I warned you that he probably wouldn't play it. I did.
But then, in that same 2023 year, he went and he played that song overseas.
Well, and that's
people over there. He played it for people in the Netherlands.
You want to know why? Because they get it over there. Did you hear?
But I'm an American that gets it here, and I was denied. I would have had to go.
Because Americans are stupid.
I would have had to go all the way over to a quarter of my homeland just to fucking hear the song.
And I give fucking Bruce credit for going over there and fucking pretty much apologizing for the United States over there.
I don't know why. He likes to talk before he sings songs. Why couldn't you just tell the dumb fucking assholes here? This song I wrote is fucking... This is not what you think about this song. You know, why couldn't he do that? Why can't he do some shit like that and be like, and explain the song to the fucking morons?
I've seen him enough that he has, when he does that song acoustically, it takes on a whole different meaning.
Then why didn't he play it acoustically?
Because it didn't have that.
Appreciated that. The Star-Spangled Sound at the beginning. That's what the problem is. That song is all Star-Spangled Banner sounding at the beginning. So you have these fucking idiots who are programmed to be like, they're playing the national anthem. I gotta stand, even though I didn't give a fuck until Colin Kaepernick took a knee.
Well, you can blame the synthesizer for that. That was all over the 80s music on it.
I know. I'm just saying. Partly, I think it's just hilarious, too.
So we're on movies. What were your favorite movies of last year? Is there anything that comes to mind? Some that came out last year that we like?
My favorite show that I watched last year, because I can't think of a movie off the top of my head, but if we're going with actor things, I am crossing my fingers that the dude that played the motorcycle guy that turned around and played Ed Gein in the monster thing. I hope he gets fucking nominated. That was probably my favorite thing because I have always wanted Hollywood to do. I have always had the argument where I'm like, you have made 3 fucking prolific weirdo fucking movies
It was
off of one serial killer.
Psycho,
Anthony Bates, Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Buffalo Bill, Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
You have used elements of this one serial killer to make these 3 fucking
iconic
movies.
Characters.
And 3 very good movies. I mean, like, Silence of the Lambs won Oscars. I think that so did Psycho. I think Psycho won Oscars. If not, it was nominated. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre, even if it didn't win awards, it's always been an iconic slasher movie.
And that actually was the start of the slasher movie. That was the start of the Halloween and the Friday the 13th. It started with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right. All by Dan Fielding narrating.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Like, no. Did you know that the guy that plays, what's the guy's name? What's the actor's name? The guy who plays Dan Fielding on Night Court.
Oh, yeah.
He does when they do the introduction and it's the voice reading it?
Yeah.
That's him!
John Larroquette?
Yes, that's him! Okay. Yes. Did I know that? So, yeah, fun fact. Learning stuff off of Reality Redemption. Yeah, sure. But that was the thing that that was my biggest, like, movie acting type thing of the year, because I was like, finally, they did... I mean, and they artsy-fartsied it out towards the end of the show, but it was good to see, like, the background of that, because I'm like, for once, they finally made something just about this fucking nutcase, I
had 2. The first one was Sinners, which I thought was a great movie, Michael B. Jordan, and the second, One Battle After Another.
I did like that one. I liked that one better than Sinners, actually. Yeah. I did watch Sinners, and I was like, I liked it, first, but like, I don't know. I'm not like that into vampire shit, but like, I mean, it was good for a vampire movie. But I liked the other one better, the One Battle After, because I just felt like it had more context to that one. Like there was more of,
and very relevant.
Yeah. And, like, there's, like, a total, like, cool story plot line behind it.
And Sean Penn plays a motherfucker in this movie.
Oh, God. No. What about the other one I kind of like that. That one still sticks in my brain just because the ending, the one with fucking Joaquin Phoenix and the mom banging the caretaker in the bed with him. Oh my God! In the end of the movie.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, Eddington. Yeah, that was a fantastic movie too.
That one just stuck with me. The ending was so creepy.
I watched Eddington and One Battle After Another in the same weekend. I'm like going, wow, these are 2 great movies
with 2 great actors. I mean, you got Leonardo, and then you got Joaquin.
Yeah. Well, in Pascal in Eddington was really good too. Pedro Pascal playing the mayor guy.
Oh yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know who he was before the movie.
But you didn't find any sympathy in Joaquin Phoenix's character, where I did.
No, I didn't. But I thought that the end was terrible, though. I'm like, that's the part where I actually felt sympathy for him. I'm like, all right, as much as I didn't feel sympathy for him during the movie, no one should be subjected to being like, was he paraplegic or half a palegic?
I think he's paraplegic.
Okay, and he's like subject to being in this bed, and then the fucking mom of his ex-wife is banging the caretaker in the bed that he is in but can't do shit about. Fucked up. That was where you're like, okay, now this movie got me, because I'm like, all the fucking awful shit that happened throughout it, you're like, whoa, this is even worse. Like, fuck this.
All right, moving on to the next one. One of our favorite Congress people and hopefully next senator for Texas, Jasmine Crockett, who I know she was top of our list last year for the best people of 2024, but she continued into this year. Every time she's on one of those House subcommittees and she's just talking shit. God, I hope she becomes senator.
Sometimes I dream that she is me. She's like that Michael Jordan song. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, I cannot get enough of Jasmine Crockett. I'm like, they're like sitting there talking about how, like, if you follow her on Instagram, it's like, run for president 2028. And here's my thoughts about it. I'm like, yeah, why should Texas only get to be the only state that gets to vote for you? Why can't all of us? That's how I feel about it.
I know. Does it make you want to move to Texas so you can vote for it?
Yes, and I don't like Texas. Like I'm not I'm a fan of a couple of the areas in Texas. Like I like Austin, and I like San Antonio, and Houston has Astro World. Unless they tore that down. Did they tear it down? I went there as a kid.
I want to go just because Austin has a great music and comedy scene.
They do. Do you know that they do the South by Southwest?
Yeah.
Whenever I retire, we should go to the South by Southwest because then like I'll have open time and then it can just be on y'all's time. Like, okay. You know, our friends here and you like can decide when you can take off time.
Austin. Yeah.
I'll just meet you guys there. I'll already be there checking out the vibe.
All right. Okay. This one is going to go back. I know it's a year ago. It seems like it was a million years ago. But
a decade ago.
Do you remember when during the inauguration, Trump goes to church and the Bishop Marianne Edgar Buddle?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was one of the best moments of the year.
Yeah.
Relatively easy to pray for on occasions of great solemnity. It's a lot harder to realize when we're dealing with real differences in our private lives and in the public arena. But without unity, we're building our nation's house on sand. And with a commitment to unity that incorporates diversity and transcends disagreement, and with the solid foundations of dignity, honesty, and humility that such unity requires, we can do our part and in our time to realize the ideals of the dream of America. Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families. Some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation. But the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away. and that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here. Our God teaches us that we are to be merciful to the stranger, for we were all once strangers in this land.
How much balls did that take for her to say that in front of him? And it was all the truth.
Well, it took balls. It was the truth. It fell on deaf ears of the person that she was trying to get through to. Like, all of us appreciate it. We still do. That's why we're still playing it today. He has listened to fucking none of that. He has crapped all over her statement. He has done the exact opposite of everything she fucking said in there. The exact opposite.
Yeah.
Not even one redeeming, not even one fucking redemption out of that. None.
You know, and that leads us into what was my favorite book of the year. I think it was yours too, Separation of Church and Hate by John Fugelsang, who pretty much had the same message about what's really in the Bible. This podcast, you know, gets mistaken.
Do they give
podcast.
an award for like Book of the Year? Because he really should win Book of the Year. I mean, it's if enough people read it, I suppose. But it's like and they should. They really should, whether you're religious or not. Because you know, I consider myself an agnostic, but I was raised Catholic.
But did you?
I found the book
fascinating.
Fascinating. I still quote things out of the book today. I still make points from like the arguments that could be made out of what is actually in the Bible versus what people believe is in the Bible, or what is in the Bible and what people believe are the teachings of Jesus versus the teachings of Paul, like we have said numerous times on this podcast. But yes, if there is like, I don't know, is there a book award though? Like, he really should win an award for the best book of the year, because I really believe that.
Well, he wins the reality. He wins the Reality Redemption Book of the Year award.
Especially during these times, though, like, yeah, that to me, that was a real literary artwork, honestly, for the times in which we're living in right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and how the fact, like you said, he took none of that in, even though the Christian nationalists looked to him to be the second coming of Jesus. Why? I don't know. I'll never understand that.
What is he like Jesus for?
What is one thing that he has done that has been Jesus-like?
The fact that he's been friends with prostitutes? I mean, that's about it. Like, that's the only thing I can come up with. I'm like, none of the other stuff is about... You are not like Jesus about any of the other stuff.
Yeah.
Seriously. Heal the sick? Really? He'd rather you die.
Yeah.
You know? Feed the hungry? He'd rather you starve.
So, but to keep it on the pause, let's get into the next one. This guy came into my...
John's getting to you. The comment. John's getting to you.
Oh.
Keep it on the positive.
Yeah,
keep it on the positive.
Oh yeah, the guy from the last that's coming. Keep it positive.
I'm doing one of those wraparound jokes, the reach around jokes. I like to call it the reach around, but I think they're actually called
he calls bring it back full circle.
The full circle or the wraparound.
But
I like to call it.
Communion does that.
I think the reach around is more funny.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
All right. So this guy came into our radar probably late last year, and a political force, Zoran Mandani, the new mayor of New York City.
Yes.
Yeah. just fantastic. And to the, hopefully what Democrats, the established Democrats, take a page out of his book, and we need not necessarily him, but they need to take that energy, that messaging. He ran a fantastic campaign, and that's the type of candidates that people want. Everybody's saying AOC can't win the presidency. I think she can.
I think she can. Like in about like 20 years.
20
Like
years,
it's not like I don't think she could run in 2028 and win. Because I don't think we're far enough along in the progressive, and I say it in air quotes because I've already had this conversation earlier about the progressive agenda is based off of fucking FDR, you stupid fucks. Why are we the new people? Why are we the new part of the Democratic Party? Fuck you. You guys all hijacked it in the 90s under Bill Clinton. He's a neolib. Look, I like some of what Bill Clinton did. I don't like the NAFTA stuff, but I like some of what Bill Clinton did. But Bill Clinton was more of like the Reagan Democrat, okay? He really was. I hate to break it to you guys, but like there were there's people who brag about being Reagan Democrats, right? They're still big believers in massive corporations and not having limits on them. You know, like when Elizabeth Warren talks to you about we need to break up the massive corporations, Bernie Sanders talks about it too. Break up the big banks. Okay?
Yeah.
Because Democrats like Bill Clinton are all for the massive corporations and the big banks. Okay? So that's why I'm saying there were original fucking Democrats, okay? There were like the progressive wing of the Democratic Party is not something new and radical. Look at how old Bernie is. Like, you don't think that he don't remember the fucking FDR days? Even if he was a small child? Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, no. I'm tired of getting labeled as I'm some fucking radical. Really? And especially by a person like Donald Trump, because Donald Trump's family benefited from the policies that were put in place by FDR. That's how they got their billions, folks. Look it up. Don't believe me. Research all this stuff. Find out how the Trump family, specifically Fred Trump, made his money. He got money after FDR did the New Deal and made it so people could produce businesses out of it.
Okay, so if it's not AOC, do you think it's Gavin Newsom is the next big one? Seems to be the front runner. And Gavin Newsom, he's on the list of the good ones. I have some things I don't like about Gavin Newsom, but a lot I do like. He has taken the art of trolling to a new level.
That's not why we vote for a president, though. I mean,
that's why some people
vote
for our president.
Okay, but then our party is doing the same thing. Honestly, we're doing the same thing. I don't mind Gavin Newsom. Like, okay, if it comes down to if Gavin Newsom, we already all know that Gavin Newsom is going to do a presidential run in 2028. We all know that. If we don't know that, we're stupid. We all know that he is going to. I'm not voting for him in the primaries, but if he happens to win the primaries, I will have to go ahead and vote for him. I won't be enthusiastic about it because I have already told you, I think from like 2 years ago, or like whenever, not 2 years ago, that's a little off. Whenever Trump got elected again. Okay, 2024, but at the end of it. So not quite 2 years. All right. I've already said whenever Trump got elected, I'm going to be voting for, I'm putting my money on, as if we're talking in horses to speak. That's a little clue to it. And
Yeah.
Governor of Kentucky, Andy Beshear. That's who I've already decided. I mean, I will still go ahead and watch I still want to watch the debates. Who doesn't love a good debate? But I am going to put my money behind it.
Well, Andy Beshear is the safe pick. I mean, not only he has good policies, he's in tune to workers in the Midwest and the struggles of working people.
Ding, ding, ding. That's why I'm for Andy. Like, I'm sorry. Andy is very much on worker rights. Me, as a union person, I have to go with that person. I have to go with the person who's more for workers. So he's my front runner.
And
he's my number one host.
And you know, to be honest, you know, Pete Buttigieg would be a great choice too, but
he would.
America's too homophobic overall.
Right.
America's too xenophobic to vote for a woman. We've learned that the last 2 times. Maybe a third time's a charm. Maybe.
That's why, look, this next election cycle, I'm going to be selfish and go, that's what the primaries are for. Okay, everybody out there, the primaries are for, that is the time in which you vote for the person who you have the most passion for. And for me, it's workers' rights. I like how he has a continuing message. He's a Democratic governor in a red state, pretty red state. It's Kentucky.
Yeah.
He's able to bring the folks together because he's very focused on jobs, on jobs and workers' rights. So that's why I'm going to put my money on him.
And to be truthful, even if Newsom's done some things that I haven't particularly liked, but he's got California attached to his name, which is a stigmatism, just like Pete Buttigieg, just like Harris.
And Andy doesn't fall in those traps. He's been questioned about those things. And he's like, he's basically said, look, I'm not going to sit there and disparage any community. But what I want to focus on here is jobs. Like jobs for everyone. I'm not going to sit there and tear down a community that's being attacked. We need to bring those people in. We need to focus on bringing everyone in. This is not about that. This is not about the fringe arguments. This is about an everyone argument, okay? This is about all of us.
Well, and despite, no matter who the candidate is in the next election, if there is a next election, we have to get behind that person 100% and be like, no, it's not my person, so I'm not voting for them. Like, the Republicans do one thing, and that's they get behind someone and they stand behind someone as shitty as that person is can be.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of the candidates potentially running, they all have great.
I think to be fair, I think for the most part, liberals do that too. I think for the most part they do. I think some of them get a little too pretentious and think that they know better, but it's like when it comes down to the fact where the primaries have already been had, folks. Okay, the primaries have been had. And this is the person that got selected. You can either go with that or you can go with the Republican, and trust and believe that if you think that you're going to be smart and cute and you're going to be like, I don't give a fuck, I don't like who the Democrat is that they picked, so I'm going to go independent. That's basically like you saying, I'm going to go for the Republican. And here's why. It's not because you're going for the Republican. It's because that independent person is not going to have enough backing. Okay? That's why they're not going to have enough mutual backing in order to beat both the Republican and the fucking Democrat, okay? The most famous thing that we've ever seen about this was actually the other parties fucking themselves over, basically, because it was
Ross Perot.
Ross Perot, Bill Clinton, and George W. Sr. George Bush Sr. George W. Sr. George H.W.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll correct myself. Stand and corrected. It was that election. Okay. And that's how Bill Clinton won, was because Ross Perot got up there and he stole a lot of Republican votes. Okay. He got the billionaire, right? Wasn't he a billionaire with a B?
Yeah.
Okay. Convinced dumb poor people to listen to him, pulled enough votes away from the establishment Republicans that Bill Clinton won.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, that'll lead us to probably the one thing that helped us keep our sanity in 2025.
Comedy.
What was your favorite stand-up specials?
Comedy.
I have two that particularly stand out this year. I think we're going to agree on this one.
I don't know, because I think you've forgotten about one of mine.
Okay, Mark Maron.
Loved him. We will agree on that.
The one that I tried to get you to watch a few weeks ago, but you didn't, but you watched it last night. Gianmarco Soresi's.
You barely sent it to me yesterday. What do you?
I sent it to you a few weeks ago.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Then it got lost in text messages.
Okay.
I never saw that in there.
His special, Thief of Joy, was probably Mark Maron's was really good, but it was introspective. It made you think, but it was funny. It was touching. It was heartwarming.
That's my number one. Okay. My number one is, my number one is, I loved his theatrical style. Like, I am a drama geek too. So him doing all those fucking kicks and everything that people would think are weird and everything was fucking fantastic and felt like home to me. I mean, it just felt like a warm hug.
And all the dysfunctional family stuff was just fucking so
like
spot
his
on.
family is hilarious. Oh my God. How hilarious is that? And then Mark Maron. But I was going to say, and then I don't know if I have my years off, but I could have sworn that the Ronnie Chang one was out in 2025. I thought it was out in the earlier part of the year.
Yeah.
Or was it 2024? But I'm like, I have to give props.
Yeah, that one was a good one too.
Me watching the Ronnie Chang one, I was like, because you know me, I'm always like, when we watch The Daily Show and we're always talking about how brilliant John was, because we religiously watch The Daily Show every single Monday because John's there. But then if he says those magical words of, now we need to turn to our guest host for the week. If he says the words Ronnie Chang, I'm like, well, fuck, I guess I'm watching the show for the whole week then. Because I love Ronnie Chang. He kind of reminds me of, remember when Stephen Colbert used to be on the show and he used to play like the Republican part? Yeah. That's like the Ronnie Chang. I fucking love it. He's always playing like this.
Not to mention there was some good honorable mentions. I mean, Bill Burr's Hulu podcast, or his Hulu special, I'm sorry. That was a great one where, I don't know, that one felt like he was speaking to me a lot in that one.
Bill Burr's always good because he's always like angry and yelling. I love it.
Dave Chappelle's was really good.
Oh, Dave Chappelle's. So let's talk a little bit about that one. The last Dave Chappelle. We already talked about how amazing it was. Folks, it was even more amazing because I went to work after we had done our cast, because it was after that weekend, and a few of my coworkers were talking about how funny they thought Dave Chappelle was. Now, mind you, these are conservatives, but the gal is also a 49ers fan, like I am. And she's like, You know, Dave's show was so funny, but I just don't understand why he was wearing the Colin Kaepernick jacket. And I'm like, oh. And I'm at work, so I know that my mouth gets me into trouble because I tend to go overboard with my feelings and emotions. So I'm just like, oh. The whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, you stupid, stupid bitch. Colin Kaepernick has been the only person who's ever been canceled. Dave Chappelle's show was about being canceled. You agree with that part. You know that you agree with Dave Chappelle on shouldn't be canceled. But you still, as a fan of the 49ers yourself, you can't get past the fact why Chappelle would be wearing the fucking number 7 Kaepernick fucking jacket. Because Colin Kaepernick is the only person who has ever been canceled.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say, you, as a 49ers fan, what team, and I will shut my fucking mouth up and never speak again. I promise you, never say another word. What team did Colin Kaepernick play for after he was released from the San Francisco 49ers? What team? Go. What team? Do you have an answer, MJ?
It was none.
It was none. It was none. Because he was canceled.
For real. Ricky Gervais. Now, Ricky Gervais's, I thought was good. Had some really good laughs. Does it live up to his past stuff? No. I think, like you said.
Does it live up to Supernature? No.
No. But is it a good special? Yes. But did he maybe rely too much on talking about getting canceled?
Yes.
And saying stuff that.
It was like he had a crutch on stage, like a crutch.
Where Gianmarco's, he gave no fucks during his special. It's like, if there's any special that deserves to get criticism about off-color jokes, it was his.
Well, because it was kind of like, Gianmarco was kind of like, I don't even care if I get canceled because I haven't even got booked with a Netflix special yet. He didn't give so many fucks about worrying about that part. He just performed. Performed. Performed that's the best word that you can. He gave a performance.
Yeah, and
that's what you want to hear if you're an actor or a comedian or whatever. He fucking gave a massive performance.
And to be fair to Chappelle and Gervais, it must be hard to follow up on some of your previous specials.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it must be hard to follow up on Gianmarco.
No.
That was like, that was a good one.
But you also had the late night hosts. You had Jimmy Kimmel's, Seth Meyers, Stephen Colbert, John Oliver. You had our friend Brett Terhune, John Fugelsang, Christian Finnegan, our good friend Jelko Van. And while we're on specials, Trump versus Canada was a really good special.
Yes, it was amazing. My question to all the comedians out there. When are we going to stop making the cancel thing the thing? I understand that had to have pissed all of you off, the thing about canceling. But why not just work it into your routine where you don't have to constantly mention it? Just
say outrageous shit.
Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. Because I don't know how many times I have to say this, and mostly to my liberal friends. If you don't like jokes, get the fuck out of the fucking auditorium. If you can't fucking take a joke, get the fuck out of there. pack your shit up and get out.
Well,
Like,
although Jimmy Kimmel did get canceled very briefly, and the American people spoke up and wouldn't have it, and they brought him back.
that's what I'm saying. How well is that? Like, I'm really interested. See, that's one good thing about this year, because isn't 2026 the year in which Stephen Colbert will no longer be on the air?
Correct.
So, okay, I'm very interested in seeing how much ass he's going to kick on doing whatever he decides to do next.
Yeah.
Like, whether it be like podcasting, going
Personally-
into that, or...
Personally, with everything going on with CBS News, it would pretty much become on Fox Light. I'm fucking glad he's out of CBS and he can go on and do something else.
Well, that's exactly my thing, though. I'm like, first off, when they sat there and started polling people when it was first decided that he was going to get canceled, like, they were like, who cares? Like, a lot of people don't even watch it anyways as it's live. Like, they go back in and they watch the clips anyways.
I watch it on YouTube.
So no one's sitting there watching it. So if no one's sitting there watching Stephen Colbert, then ain't that true for like Fallon and fucking Kimmel too?
Yeah.
So isn't Stephen Colbert getting like out on the ground floor then on this one and like getting into something better?
Well, yeah, he can do his own thing and reinvent the wheel, so to speak.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm excited to see what he's going to do after CBS, because it's like, okay, they keep talking about how late night's dead anyways. I mean, it's been dead for me for about 5 years, because my bedtime is fucking like 9 p.m., folks. Like, I ain't even up late enough to watch them.
Yeah,
so I have to catch them on the replay.
I know, and there's nothing better than get up the next morning and playing a little bit of the monologue from the night before.
Right.
Start your day off with a laugh.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, we're going to end it on this. Speaking of comedians, Jail Cobain, running for Congress, New Jersey District 11, JL4NewJersey.com. This isn't funny, okay? We'll preface by this, but this is what our friend JL's take on MAGA is. He was on Stand Up with Pete Dominic, who became a friend of ours this year too.
Okay.
And hopefully we see him in Vegas. Hopefully get him on the show too. But this was JL a couple days ago on Pete Dominic's podcast, because they were on YouTube and trolls were coming in and trying to throw JL and Pete off their game. Now, of course, they're both professionals. It wasn't happening, but this was JL's and Pete's take on this. So we'll play this for you.
Hatred of Democrats is what got us here. A lot of people willing to hate Democrats despite their own faith. Yeah. Whereas hatred of Trump, and I'll say the word hatred because I think he's a vile human being and a disgrace and a historical abomination and a stain on this country. Hating Trump and what Trump stands for means you are for good things. I'm sorry. Like not liking Trump, having a problem with Trump is because he is anti-American. He violates so many of the things that have made this country great and what this country alleges that it stands for. And then in practice, that's just Trump in theory. In practice, he's atrocious. He is a god-awful leader. He's sundowning. He's a morally bankrupt human being. He doesn't know what he's doing. He runs on hate and grift. And like whenever somebody will say Hunter Biden, if you're still talking about Hunter Biden's $600K a month from an energy firm in Burisma, while Trump is like making billions on crypto, company. Trump thinks one thing on Trump and Putin, I've come to the conclusion that I don't know if there's compromise on him. There might be, but Trump wants to be Putin. That's what he wants.
Exactly.
That's, I think, where the love of Putin comes. It's now he's businesses.
I think he proved that on January 3rd.
It's always been to destroy the country who he perceived destroyed the Soviet Union. That is America. Putin's whole goal is to destroy America, to destroy the West. He's well stated. It's no conspiracy theory. And so when someone says in the chat that if you're a Democrat, you hate America, I think you just made a pretty good case that if you support Trump, you hate America simply because he supports respects and argues and often benefits from personally our most insidious long-term enemies who wanted to destroy America. It's too hard to believe. If you wrote a script that the American president sided with our long-term enemies over our best friends like fucking Canada, then no one would believe that script. So,
Ask me a question for that person, just very briefly. I'll try to make this very simple.
I like when these people are here because
The party that expanded civil rights for people hates America. The party that gave more health insurance to more Americans hates America and Americans. The party that created an infrastructure act and a climate bill to protect our future, biggest investment in climate, hates America. How? You only think that if you think America is some multi-generational, born on this soil white guy who dry humps flags. Like, you think being American and this country, you don't believe in the ideals and the principles. You believe it looks like a person, that it has to fit your idea of who an American is, what an American looks like, and what they believe. Whereas America is supposed to be a set of ideals, of principles. That's why it's great. It's not great because grumpy old white dudes hate diversity and love the stock market. It's a much broader concept than that. And if you genuinely think Democrats hate America as a group, as a blanket statement, and you watch what Trump does, and he is, to quote, I use this all the time, Forrest Whitaker from The Shield, okay? He's pissing in your mouth. How does it taste? I gotta do a winky eye. It tastes like piss.
so good. Someone in the chat room.
You were drinking Trump's piss and saying, I love America. And he does too. It's so beyond cult at this point. And you don't believe in what America is. You believe America is what fucking Stonewall Jackson thought it was, what George Wallace thought it was, what Pat Buchanan thinks it is. Like, you are of that ilk. You are not America, regardless of how comfortable Trump has made you feel in your bigotry, in your ignorance. You are part of America, and you have the rights like everybody else. But what you think America is wrong.
I would also.
Now that I know that JL can also do a Forrest Whitaker, I've got a montage of Forrest Whitaker films going through my head. We will see you in April, buddy.
Oh.
We will see you in April.
You can make him do Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, you know I am. Even if I have to take it all the way back to Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I do not want to ruin that because that sounded like a really good ender for the show, but we forgot to mention two people who were so amazing this year in 2025
MJ and Snow.
that brought the please, bitch, we are not on this level. That brought the comedy, that had us laughing, even if it was total toilet humor.
Oh.
Thank you,
Matt
South
Rich.
Park. Thank you, South Park. Thank you, thank you,
Best
thank
season
you.
ever.
Thank you. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough.
It is. And when, like the person wrote on the last podcast that we keep stuff positive, the only thing that keeps our sanity throughout this shit show is comedy and laughing.
Sometimes there were points with all of you, with South Park, with The Daily Show, with John Oliver, with J.L. Covan, with all of our friends, where I was laughing so hard I was crying, and it felt good. It was good, like, because you want to cry during these times, but you really don't want to be crying because you want to be laughing. And so you're laughing so hard that you start crying. It really fucking helped get us through this year that felt like a fucking decade. 2025 felt like 10 years.
Yeah. It's hard to believe it was only a year.
But at the rate of what 2026 is going, I'm worried that 2026 is going to feel like a century.
But we got some, hopefully.
Then what do you call 1,000 years? What do you call that one? Because century, 10 years, decade. Century, 100 years. What's 1,000?
I don't know. Wait, hold on. The answer we're looking for is a millennium.
A millennium. We should have known that because we went from the 19s to the 2000. Oh, fuck.
But, well, if last year seemed like 1,000 years, then that was a way.
No, but okay, but now we're going to have expertise on this. Okay, so we were in the 1900s. So we live like at the tail end and the beginning of the millennium. Right. So we're like, this feels like a millennium, because we also have the knowledge of our grandparents who were like born in the first part of the century, the first part of the, that century.
The early 1900s.
So, so you're like, oh, this feels like that long, because I know how old they were, you know?
Well.
Oh, wow.
I guess the bright spot is nobody lives forever, so, and you can't have much longer left. So
I don't want him to die though. I really don't. I don't want to see a JD Vance presidency. Yes, both. Oh, yes, both. Both. Oh, both. Yes, both. Yeah, we all know he'd secretly be talking about Peter Thiel if Trump was out the way. Yes, both. Oh, whatever you want for your Project 2025, both.
Oh God.
Both.
All right. Well, on that note, hopefully last year was our biggest year yet on the podcast. Hopefully this year we get the same type of growth and some of the same guests and hopefully some new guests.
I hope we get to at least talk to all of our friends continuously. I mean, friendships are hard sometimes. And I hope we at least retain our friends.
Yeah.
That's all I can hope for.
But what happens if the Patriots play the 49ers in the Super Bowl?
Never. Okay. Honestly, I welcome that. If the Patriots play the 49ers and you guys don't even have Tom Brady anymore, I welcome that. We will kick your ass. Kick your ass.
I'll take Drake May over Brock Purdy any day.
Oh, you would take your quarterback over
Brock Purdy, yeah.
Oh.
Doesn't throw as many interceptions.
I know. That's the thing I'm worried about him. I'm like, I don't even know if they'll make it to the Super Bowl because I'm like, Brock Purdy, quit. Oh, you know what color your teams are, right?
Oh, shit. And we have 1 week left, and it's down to you and me for the championship. I think I'm 2 games ahead.
Mm-hmm. We're in the tops. Yeah, I'm number. Hey, you know what, though? I've already told my family because they were, talking about giving me shit this year about football. And I'm like, dude, if I at least get 3rd place, I'm considering myself the biggest success story because I literally came from 2nd from the bottom and worked my way all the way up in a year like this with football. This year of football was...
Well, let that be a metaphor.
So terrible.
Let that be a metaphor.
It was so hard to predict.
Let that be a metaphor for this year and us. We started way down here, and we worked our way up to almost the top. So
it's like that, starting from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, bitches got to deal with us.
Is that how the song goes?
No.
Oh, I was like, all I know is the chorus, started from the bottom, now we're here.
All right. Well, on that note, we'll wrap this one up. We just did 2, so we've done almost 2 hours of fucking... How does Joe Rogan do this every day? Fuck. Don't know.
Because he talks about himself all day. It's easy, right?
So
Is it easy when you just talk about yourself? I don't know.
maybe we should do more of that in the new year. Maybe John would
Not
like that.
fuck
Maybe
no.
John would like it if we talked more about ourselves.
I don't want to sit there and talk about myself all the time. Ugh.
Yeah, contrary to popular belief among other people, I think I do that.
Contrary to all the people who are on like fucking TikTok and shit, yeah, I don't really want to sit there and focus. Just there are bigger things that I'm a mere speck.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
you are a mere speck. What do I always say when I show off my half sleeve? It's of the solar system, and I like to point to Earth and say, "You are here."
I know. And we're
Like you are here, and you are a massive speck here.
I know, and we're just one podcast among millions.
Like you're not that great, right? But roll with it. You're not that great, but you're still important. Like
Well,
all of us are still important. Everyone's still important.
Yeah, we're all special.
Some of us are better at articulating things than others. That's why they have more successful podcasts than we do. I'm just saying that's why we talk like normal people. Fuck, like
we're the new media
we are the liberal elitists.
in Kingman. Or Kingman.
No, I say that as a
We're
joke.
the biggest progressive show in Kingman.
I'm saying that as a joke always is like, I'm always like, yeah, I'm a liberal elitist, like laughing behind it because I'm like, ask my mom what college I went to. Phoenix Community College and Glendale Community College. like, no, it's fucking common sense, folks. Common sense. That's what makes me a member of the left. It's common fucking sense. At this point, you don't have to have an Ivy League school behind it. It's common fucking sense.
We'll end on this note.
That's it.
Your mom follows JL too on social media, and she made a comment to JL and said, "Can you tell me what you're referring to? I'm Snow's mom in Arizona, and I don't want to bother her at work."
Why wouldn't she just ask me?
It was
And
funny.
what the fuck is she talking about?
He was referring to some movie.
Did he answer her?
I don't know. I didn't go back and look, but it just struck me as funny. I'm Snow's mom in Arizona, and I don't want to bug her at work.
She knows that Decembers are really hard for me. They're really hard.
Well, it's January now, so hopefully it gets better. All right. On that note, we'll see y'all later.
Bye, y'all.
See you later, alligator.